It's been nearly 3 days since the polls closed, but some races are still too close to call. Why the Florida election is heading to a recount. Plus, just how much that recount will cost Sarasota and Manatee counties. And the wildfires burning in California have turned deadly. We have terrifying images from California. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC7 News at 11.
All eyes are on Florida today as election controversy surrounds the state. The margin continues to shrink for the number of ballots separating both the Senate and governor's races, triggering automatic recounts. Republican Rick Scott's lead over Democrat Bill Nelson has shrunk to about 15,000 votes. Now both Scott and Nelson are suing, blaming the Broward County Supervisor of Elections for the last-minute battle.
In 2016, Brenda Snipes' office posted elections results half an hour before the polls closed, a clear violation of election law. That same year, her office was sued for leaving amendments off of ballots. In 2014, Brenda Snipes' fellow Democrats accused her of individual and systemic breakdowns that made it difficult for voters to cast regular ballots.
Votes are not being found, they're being counted. We will continue to ensure that this election is conducted fairly, the rule of law is followed, and the democratic process is fulfilled.
Andrew Gillum, Ron DeSantis' Democratic opponent for governor, conceded on election night, but is now saying not so fast. The deadline for the recount is tomorrow at noon. Sarasota County Supervisor of Elections is preparing for a call to action this weekend if a recount is ordered. If the Secretary of State orders a machine recount before Sunday morning, the Sarasota County Canvassing Board will immediately start the recount. According to Ron Turner, the Supervisor of Elections, the recount will be open to the public and will continue daily as needed until all votes are counted. It may be a few days before we find out who takes the seat in the race for U.S. Senate, Florida Governor, and Agriculture Commissioner. The Sarasota and Manatee Supervisors of Elections both submitted unofficial results to the state after looking at a combined 500 provisional ballots. If the statewide results still show a gap of less than half of 1 percentage point, the state will require a machine recount. After that, if any races show a gap of less than 1/4%, then a manual recount is necessary.
We need every day and hour that we can at this point, because we had more than 200,000 ballots cast in Sarasota County, so it's quite the undertaking to do this.
Florida dealt with a month-long recount in the 2000 presidential election, but this time the process will likely wrap up in a few days. It's estimated that those recounts will cost Sarasota and Manatee counties tens of thousands of dollars. We spoke to the Supervisor of Elections in both counties today about where those funds will come from.
So many of my staff are on salary, so we're not going to have that. But the ones who are working overtime, we'll have some overtime numbers in there.
It's going to take dozens of people that are going to be working, potentially over the weekend and for days in a row to try to help us, hand feed ballots back through the machines.
Statewide, the recount cost would be in the millions. If there is a recount, all of the ballots would have to be counted and in by 3 p.m. Thursday, November 15th. Meanwhile, there's also a recount for Florida's Agriculture Commissioner. Nikki Fried pulled ahead of Republican Matt Caldwell by a little less than 600 votes, triggering another manual recount. We're now being told that her opponent is also considering filing a lawsuit. Fried would be the only Democrat or female elected Commissioner of Agriculture in the country if confirmed. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is investigating a series of burglaries that happened last night. They happened on Camper Avenue off Proctor, less than 4 blocks away from Riverview High School. Surveillance video taken by a resident on the street shows 3 to 5 men stopping and going up to a car. One woman tells us multiple people's homes and cars were broken into.
They stole my fiance's tools out of the back of his truck. They stole the rental car that I just got the day before.
Anyone with information on the burglaries is asked to contact the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office. Sarasota police need your help finding 4 suspects caught on camera stealing from 2 convenience stores. The burglaries happened in the middle of the night on Monday. One was a Shell station on North Washington Boulevard, and 10 minutes later, the Citgo store on Fruitville. Police say they broke in by throwing a large rock at both of the front doors. Then they got away in a silver 4-door sedan. If you recognize them, call police. Sarasota police are also looking for the guy on your screen. He's accused of stealing a credit card and gun from a car in Sarasota. Police say he was caught on camera doing so in late October, but they haven't told us if he's used the stolen card yet. If you recognize him, you're asked to call police. And now to California, where massive wildfires are destroying homes, prompting thousands of evacuations. You're looking live at aerial footage of the fires in Los Angeles, California. The flames exploding in size across Los Angeles and Ventura counties, fanned by relentless winds. Crews unable to protect some properties, including celebrity Caitlyn Jenner's Malibu mansion and Hollywood movie set Paramount Ranch. Pacific Coast Highway turned into a clogged evacuation route as the fire turned towards the ocean. Officials are most concerned about 3 quick-spreading wildfires fueled by strong winds and low humidity.
Fire departments are not able to put out wind-driven brush fires. Our best efforts as a community is to evacuate.
And to the north, another massive inferno turning deadly. The Camp Fire near Chico claiming the lives of at least 5 people who died after being trapped in their vehicles. A section of School Avenue in Sarasota will be closed for 6 weeks starting next Tuesday. The road will be closed between Ringling Boulevard and Novus Street while a storm pipe is installed. The city recommends drivers take South Shade Avenue and Wood Street as a detour. Pedestrians will still have access to that road. Just over an hour ago, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission releasing its weekly red tide update. Bloom concentrations of red tide generally decreased in many areas of Manatee and Sarasota counties. Background to high concentrations were found in Manatee County, while low to high concentrations were found along Sarasota County beaches. A section of Sarasota Bay is showing high levels of red tide, and although the samples showed slight decreases, some fish kills and respiratory irritation were still reported over the past week. Next week, you can learn more about the science behind harmful algal blooms and the ongoing impacts of red tide across the state. Sarasota County's extension of the University of Florida's Institute of Food and Agricultural Sciences will have a panel of experts to talk about those issues. It will be at the auditorium at Ringling College of Art and Design in Sarasota on Thursday from 6 to 7:30 p.m. It's estimated that damages from Hurricane Michael will cost the state about $1.5 billion. Florida Commissioner of Agriculture Adam Putnam announced the agricultural damages today, saying the timber industry got the brunt of the devastation as more than $1 billion in economic losses. But there are early estimates, and these are early estimates rather, and the total amount may change. It's still shocking to see.
More than likely going up too. I would not be too surprised. Just devastating. Category 4, almost a 5 hurricane. Can cause a lot of problems and lots of billions of dollars of damage and losses as far as homes go and buildings as well. Right. Once these cold fronts come down, it shuts down the Gulf of Mexico, so you don't get any late season storms surprising us too much. So that's good news. We're almost to the end. It's the end of this month officially when the season wraps up. Well, here's what's happening. We wrapped up today with a beautiful sunset again on Van Wezel from Sarasota Bay, looking at the Gulf of Mexico off there. Some clouds off in the distance, but really a nice sunset. It was beautiful out at Siesta Key at the Crystal Classic, going live from there earlier this evening. And looks like things are going to be pretty good over the weekend with that north to northeast wind. The harmful impacts of the red tide, if there are any around, should be kept offshore. A beautiful shot here, sailing Nokomis. Carol Ann Nickerson getting that shot at the jetty there. That weak cold front comes in on Saturday. That's right, around 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. It could be a few stray showers too with it. Not a lot of heavy rain. It's not going to be a washout. If it does rain, it will be, for the most part, short duration and not a lot of accumulation. Better chances for a little bit more widespread rain comes late Tuesday as a cold front moves in, a stronger cold front at that too. And then cool temperatures for Wednesday and Thursday. We're still talking highs in the low 70s and lows into the 50s by, looks like, Thursday morning of next week. And as far as the front goes now, there's not a lot to it. Earlier there was some big storms with it, but most of the energy now way up to the north and east now, and you can see some stray showers out there in the Gulf of Mexico. Just after sunrise, we'll start to see an increase in cloudiness, and then a chance for a few passing showers. And you'll notice there's not much left of it out in the Gulf of Mexico. There's no real big energy out there in the upper levels of the atmosphere either, so I don't think we'll see a repeat performance with the front we saw about a week and a half ago that moved on through. Quiet now. It'll stay that way overnight. Low temperatures to start the day off in Saturday will be in the low 70s near the coast. Well above the average, our typical low in the low 60s this time of year. So 10 degrees above average in Sarasota and into the mid to upper 60s inland areas into Highlands County near Sebring, 67 degrees to start the morning off. Evening planner, well, that'll be the same for tomorrow, though it'll be a little bit cooler for tomorrow. Expect high temperature to be right around 80 degrees, and that is close to average too. So that front will cool down just a little bit. It'll start off warm, but then as the front moves through, those winds will switch around to a northeasterly direction, which will in turn bring in some cooler and drier air. You'll notice less humidity around. Well, here comes the forecast showing that front for the most part falling apart as far as any significant rain. On Sunday, those winds switch around to an easterly direction, and there's a chance we could see a little bit of this moisture make it all the way over to the west coast later on in the afternoon and evening, but not a lot again. The rain chance fairly small. Currently it's 74. It's clear and it's calm out there. That will allow for some fog to form. And as far as the high goes, it was 2 degrees shy of the record. It was 86 today, our normal high at 88. Well, here's a look now at the boating forecast. Seas will be up a little bit because of that front. We'll see them running 2 to 3 feet with a moderate chop on the bays and inland waters. And it looks as though our 7-day forecast looks good for the weekend. As I mentioned, a slight chance for showers both Saturday and Sunday, and then a much better chance late Tuesday at 50%, a 30% chance on into Wednesday. And it looks like cooler temperatures as we take it through on in through Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Taylor?
Well, I'm excited for warm weather, warmer weather,
It was warmer, but now it's starting to cool down a little bit.
Yeah. Well, thanks for joining us. Straight ahead, football Friday night with Dwayne Lindo.
Monday at 9 on Suncoast View.
Pink Conference challenges us to change the way we view our lives, our work, and our world. I'm Linda Carson. On Suncoast View, we get a preview of next month's event of international thought leaders who offer breakthrough ideas. We meet the new maestro of the Venice Symphony, preview Folk Legends musical trio, and Spice and Tea Exchange are in the kitchen.
Monday at 9 on Suncoast View.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with the family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, canoeing, camping, and more. Or challenge yourself on Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy a Deep South dining experience. Book your adventure in one of our members' lodges or stay at the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Hi, I'm Chef Allen, and watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up our most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix to sample, pick up the recipe card, and all the ingredients.
Our overall experience working with California Closets was phenomenal.
Calm, reassuring.
Through happenstance, we ended up paired with our designer, Jen. She was someone who not only was patient, someone who was professional. She's become extended family.
She had great insight to help direct me towards those things that could make our dreams come true.
We are the Greens, and this is our California Closet story.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
ABC7 is the most watched, most trusted news source on the Suncoast, and we owe it all to you, our loyal viewers. Thank you for making us #1.
And welcome everyone to the postseason edition of Football Friday Night. I'm your host, Dwayne Lindo. Happy to report we have quite a few teams making it to the next round, and a few teams, dare I say, have the potential to make it to Camping World Stadium in Orlando next month, which leads us to our postseason game of the week. The defending Class 7 state champions, Venice Indians, the top seed in the region, takes on the 8th seed, Tampa Bay Tech. Remember, Venice beat this team last year to get into the semis. If Venice and Braden River win tonight, we will see another rematch. Now, these boys are rolling right off the bat. Venice Indians doing what they do. First quarter, Hayden Wolf shovels a pass to Brandon Gregory, who scores from 11 yards out. Indians on the board, extra points good to make it 7-0. But the Tampa Bay Tech answers, driving 80 yards down the field, and finishes off with this 22-yard pass to Bobby Moore. You saw the ball pop out, but it broke the plane. 7-7 ball game. Still in the first, Hayden Wolf fakes the pass and takes it 12 yards on 4th and 5 to the 3-yard line. Next play, Brandon Gregory, 3 yards, touchdown. His second of the night thus far, 14-7, Indians in the lead. A mishandled snap by Tampa Bay Tech sets Venice in good field position, and the Indians take advantage. The pass from Wolf to Whitney for 13 yards. Extra points good. Venice rolls in this one. They win by a score of 59-23. They'll play Braden River next week, who also won. We'll get to see a rematch. That will be a big one. Now, the Riverview Rams ended the regular season with a 3-game winning streak, taking them to a 3 seed into the playoffs. They hosted Treasure Coast, the high-powered offensive team out of Port St. Lucie. First series, first quarter, they take it down to the Rams territory, and they score a field goal. 3-0 Titans. Still in the first, quarterback Sean White hands it off to freshman running back Duke Timmons, and you see what happens there, who almost takes it all the way. He's down on the 2-yard line, and Ollie Boyce finishes the job, running straight down the middle for the touchdown at the top of the second quarter. Now, Bob, I'm hoping you're watching this one. The Titans have a chance to come back, but the quarterback drops the ball right into the hands of Ziggy Williams. He takes it all the way home. Coaches are hyped, players are hyped. This is the playoffs after all. Riverview is up 19-3 with 10 minutes to go in the half. And another long run. Quarterback White finds Boyce, who scores another touchdown. Rams lead 26-3, and they don't look back. They win this one 41-22 and move on to the next round against the Manatee Hurricanes, who also won tonight. Next week will be a great week, Bob, for all these rematches going on. Crazy week next week. The Hardy Wildcats trying to continue their magical season, undefeated, 4 shutouts, and a huge win against Class 6 team Barron Collier last week. Hardy coach Brian Kemp, a graduate of Hardy High School, trying to lead them deep into the playoffs. The Dragons start off with a pass on 4th and 20 to Joe Hodge and gets an amazing run into Wildcats territory. The team out of Tampa making a go of this. A few plays later, the quarterback keeper, Tyler Thomas, takes it in for the score, 7-0 Jefferson. Still in the first, James Person drops back to pass and gets picked off by Dragons defense. Coach Kemp trying to calm his players down. Next play, Jefferson on offense, and a bad snap. Hardy recovers around midfield. The Wildcats trying to get something out of it, and Jean St. Louis with a nice run into Dragons territory. They get 3 out of it, 7-3 Jeffersons. Second quarter, Wildcats playing a little defense, trying to keep the team in the game, but alas, a heartbreaker for the Wildcats. They get beat by the number 8 seed, the final 19-16. The Dragons will face St. Pete Lakewood next Friday in the semis. Now coming up on Football Friday Night Sites, the Fan of the Week and scores around the Suncoast. And Hall of Fame coach Paul Meckley taking his Cardinal Mooney Cougars into the postseason. Will they play in the next round? Find out after the break.
My California Closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
Rugs as Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
It's year-end clearance time at every Gettle location. Over 3,000 new vehicles, over 1,000 used vehicles on clearance right now at Gettle.com. And Gettle Pre-Owned Certified Plus means buying with peace of mind. Get credit help, fast cash for your car, and year-end clearance prices right now at a Gettle dealership near you. Gettle's got it. At Gettle.com.
Everything all right? Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery? Sure. We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. It turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
The Cardinal Mooney Cougars suffered a tough loss to the Booker Tornadoes to end the regular season, but now playoffs is a priority for Coach Meckley. This is not his first rodeo, as he took the Southeast Seminoles to the promised land in the early 80s, or the early 90s. Clearwater bringing in the Calvary Christian, that is. Already 14-7 Warriors in the first quarter, and it's the Cougars handling business with this 11-yard run to tie the ball game at 14 apiece. The Cougars have a chance to win or to advance, but this is not how you do it. Kellen West, Harold Cook for the 70-yarder. 21-14 Warriors just took off there. Cougars have a chance to redeem themselves, and then this. The Warriors pick it off and run it in for the touchdown. A tough break for Cardinal Mooney there. Coach Meckley actually consoling one of his players after that Calvary touchdown, trying to get their heads back into the game. But it wasn't enough for the Cougars. Their season is unfortunately over. They lose this one 34-31. Now let's take a look at some of the scores around the Suncoast. Manatee Hurricanes, as we mentioned earlier, they beat the Osceola Cowboys 28-17. And the Braden River, we mentioned them earlier too. They beat Plant City. They were the number 5 seed. Plant City was 4. Braden River was the number 5 seed. They win. They move on to the next round. Braden River wins 28-23. And the Palmetto Tigers, the 7 seed, stunned Pinellas Park. Pinellas Park was undefeated until they met the Tigers. Tigers win 38-21. And the Booker Tornadoes, they unfortunately lose to the Lakewood Spartans out of St. Petersburg. That score was 10-6. And The DeSoto Bulldogs, they were the number 7 seed. They lose to the Jesuit Tigers out of Tampa, 44-0. And the Clearwater Tornadoes, Charlotte was expected to win that one. They lose a stunner. They lose 44-20. And the Mount Dora Christian Bulldogs, they will take on the St. Stephen's Falcons tomorrow at Saturday at 7 p.m. Now, Coach Todd Cronetti and the boys trying to earn their 3rd straight Sunshine State Athletic Conference championship in as many years. But as the coach puts it, for the fans, faculty, and the students, it's more than just winning championships.
These kids are remarkable. They work hard, they buy in, they do all the things we ask them to do. They're great in the classroom. You know, they're the kind of young men that we want to grow and develop. So, you know, as much as we love to talk about the ability to play for another championship, you know, we love to celebrate our kids every single week, and we feel like every week, if they get better, then we've accomplished something important.
Great coach there. We all wish the Falcons good luck tomorrow. Now it's time for Friday Night Sights. Our first pick. Oh, look, it's Taylor Torgano. She's putting in the work, trying to get some shots, playing cameraman and also playing anchor today. So she's all over the place. Great job, Taylor, for her great shooting ability. And we have the kicker for Cardinal Mooney. Unfortunately, they lost, but nice pick there by Ray Collins. And our next pick, the Riverview Kilties. They're the pride and joy of the city of Sarasota. Kudos to the Riverview Rams for making it to the next round. And just a reminder, folks, tag those picks on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram with @mysuncoast.com every Friday night. Coming up after another short break, our Fan of the Week. Stick around.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do it yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Download the all-new ABC7 First Alert weather app now. The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
And it's that part of the night where we see our Fan of the Week, and in this case, it's Fans of the Week. And it's our Hardy Wildcats band. It's unfortunate that the Hardy Wildcats, they went 10-0 for the whole season, Bob. And it's unfortunate for those guys that the first playoff game they've had in a while, they lost it and lost to the Tampa Jefferson Dragons. Yeah, I mean the number 1 seed against the number 8 seed, and it's unfortunate for the Hardy Wildcats, but the band stepped up. They did their thing, but they just fell a little short.
And I know Orlando's disappointed.
Yes, Orlando Gomez. He's disappointed. But next week, folks, we have Manatee against Riverview, so that's going to be a great game, like I said. Also, Braden River and Venice. That's going to be a huge game. So look for the highlights next week with us. Sad news to report, though. My favorite photographer, Sammy Chido, she will not be here for next week's game. She's leaving the station. Best photographer we've had here, Bob, in a long time. And kudos to Sammy. She's not going to be here, but we're going to miss her, but she's moving on. So I'm happy for her, and it's great that she's moving on, but it's not great for us. Not great for us. But anyway, that's all we have. Yeah, Sammy, there she is. But that's all we have for tonight. See you guys next week.